Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over all of the new NHL 2030 content that was released, and in all honesty, this is probably one of the best release of an event day content drops that we've gotten, as there is a number of cards that are going to be sought after. I'm stoked to talk about it, but guys, you see in the background, the Leafs Gaming League background there, you guys need to check out tomorrow night's stream, 7:30 p.m. on the Maple Leafs Twitch channel. It's going to be one of the most unique esports events that you're going to see, as 4 GMs, myself, Johnny the Owe, Bones, and Nasher himself are going to draft our Sixes teams from the 20 players that qualified for the PlayStation event, and then they will battle it out. But the draft happens tomorrow night and is going to be super unique, so let them know that I sent you, and I can't wait to see you guys in the chat. Let's get into today's video, as we've got a ton of content to go over. Let's get into it. All right, we'll start first with the 82 overall Sebastian COSSA. This is obviously an avoid. The aggression is nice at 67, but 2 to heart and soul at the stage, just not going to be sought after enough, and he's going to get absolutely picked apart upstairs. So not much to say here. This one is a 100% pass, immediate sell if you do get him. Next up, we got the 85 Brant Clark, 6'1", 2 to swarm, giving him 99 agility and bumping his defensive awareness up to 88, stick checking to 88, which is solid. 85 overall for a defenseman isn't bad, but his speed only at 84, it's a little low. However, his shot is elite, so again, for the early on stages when you're trying to build a free-to-play team, you're looking for cards that can at least give you one, something that is elite. Either it's speed, size, or shot. At least Brant Clark gives you a really good shot from the back end. There is not a lot of good defensemen around the 85 overall range that give you that. And if you have distributor activated, 87 speed is bad. But, if he's paired with someone a little bit faster, then you should be able to get away with it. Plus, 2 to swarm really helps out, again, as you early on trying to activate multiple team synergies. Not a bad option. Next, we've got the 86 KIEFFER BELLOWS with 2 to balance, 6'1", 84 speed and acceleration as a winger. That's really not going to work out for you. Good defensively, with his body checking 89 and stick checking 87, but his defensive awareness still 84. 2 to balance. Instant sell. If you get this card, just sell it. It's not going to be worth it on your team. Then we've got the 86 Ty Smith with 2 to distributor. This is one of the more expensive 86 overall cards for sure in the game, as he's going to get up to 90 speed and give you 2 to distributor. For anyone that doesn't have a master set item or anything like that, this is going to be a very expensive card. I'm curious to see what he's going for right now, if he's even on the market. And 200K, I doubt that it stays that high. Just because he's only 86 overall, but his shot is decent at 93 power. I have to say this though, guys, he is an absolute liability in your own zone. I've said this numerous times, okay? 78 body checking on someone who's 5'11", you can get away with that if you're a winger, but as a defenseman in this game, you are not going to get the puck back unless you play absolutely perfect positioning and time your stick checks to be absolutely elite. Just not worth it there, but if you are trying to activate distributor, this is a really good option because at least he's fast enough to get back and defend the rush and has a good shot. But man, he is going to be awfully tough in the own zone. So just keep that in mind. 200K, there's no way, but around 100,000 probably be where I would sit. But again, 2 distributors probably going to keep him high. But just keep a watch out for this card as the event goes on. Following in, we've got the 86 JAKUB ZBORIL, 6 foot with 2 to barrage. And again, barrage, kind of that fourth synergy you're looking to activate after Swarm, Spark, and Distributor. 86 speed, gets up to 90 or 89 with Distributor, obviously, from the back end. If you can activate Barrage, there's a lot of cards that have Barrage now, like Team of the Year Makar, for example. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but if you're in the market for something like this defenseman, your team's probably too good to have him, if that makes sense. But 6 foot with 91 body checking, his defensive stats are great. Even without Barrage, it kind of hurts if you're a free-to-play team or just looking for an upgrade. You're not a free-to-play team. You're just looking for an upgrade on the back end. It kind of hurts to not have a player-based synergy because, he's not really helping you unless you're trying to activate Barrage, which isn't really an important thing early on, but not a bad card at all. Next up, we've got the 87 Gabe Vilaroi from the Kings. I hate that the Kings have him in real life, but 2 to Heart and Soul. And again, Heart and Soul is starting to creep up on me just because of the face-off thing. Shot blocking, completely useless. Balance and endurance. Again, size kind of dictates balance more than the actual balance stat. And same endurance, obviously a little bit more important, but it's really just for face-offs, which, again, there's no reason to activate your whole team, to have just 4 players get basically the one thing that they'll benefit from. That being said, like 84 speed, just really not going to be able to use it. Like he's built like a centerman and you can get away with lower speed, but the problem is he only got 81 on the draw. And even if you get Heart and Soul activated, it's only 85. So this is a sell. See what he goes for. Early on, I would sell him quickly too because he's probably going to drop in price. Then we've got the 87 Owen Tippett from the Panthers, 6'2" with Spark. So obviously a very good synergy there, getting 2 to Spark, gets it up to 90 acceleration, and then obviously 89 distributor. And his shot, not bad. The accuracy is a little low. Hand stats as well. He's not going to be able to deke all that well, but he's a very good defensive winger. With Spark activated, 93 body checking. However, his defensive awareness is a little low, but again, you're not really looking to intercept passes all that often with a winger. So it's not super important, but a great card, middle tier card that gives you 2 to Spark. Like I would rather spend the money to get this than go out and grab like the GABE for much more expensive, the franchise greats one. So just keep that in mind, and this might be an easy option or a cheaper option for a lot of people when they're trying to activate Spark after they've got distributor. On to the 88 Michael Rasmussen. Again, 2 to Heart and Soul hurts this card, but he's 6'6" with 88 speed. That is a locomotive, like an absolute train. Getting up to 91 speed and crossing 91 acceleration with Spark activated, like this is a force along the wing. If you are someone who controls the puck, like this is basically a left-handed version of Patrick Laine. If you are someone like me who usually dominates TOA and doesn't really score off the rush all that often, obviously it does happen quite a bit, but it's not like my only way to score. If you get into the zone and then you look to work behind the net and cycle a ton, this is the kind of card you want to look for. It does hurt that he's only got Heart and Soul, because again, just really doesn't benefit from that. If he had anything else like that helps shot or anything like that, a fantastic card, guys. Like the type of player that can use him will really benefit from him. And obviously, I think he might be a little bit cheaper because the meta this year for a lot of players is just beeline down the boards, and he's not going to be able to do that for you. But a phenomenal winger card. And we've got another Detroit Red Wing, the 89 Filip Zadina with Barrage. And this is kind of the opposite thing. Like, he's got 77 body checking, and he's only 6 foot, so he is not going to be able to knock people off the puck. But he does have 87 speed and 87 acceleration. So, obviously, that's going to get up to 90. But that basically makes him a left-handed version of Jerome Iginla with a lot less body checking. So, keep that in mind. If his price is really high, over 150K, I would avoid. I think his shot is great. Actually, you know what? I've talked myself into it. Shot is good, and if he gives 2 to Barrage, which is important, and if you get that activated, he's good. Never mind, scratch that, guys. So 87 speed, because he gets up to 90, 91, that's okay. And then that shot is really nice. It's just his body checking. Again, I'm someone that on the forecheck needs to bump people off the puck, and in my own zone, that's what I do. So obviously he's not going to do that very well, but his stick checking and defensive awareness are great. His hand stats are phenomenal. Yeah, this is a really nice card. I'm curious to see what he's selling for. It's probably going to be a lot. It is probably going to be a lot. Like 169, guys. It's early on too. He's probably gonna drop in price. Man, I think that this is a nice card, guys. And we've got from the Erie Otters, the 89 Jamie Drysdale. I watched him play a ton in real life against my Ice Dogs last year, and he absolutely torched them. 5'11", 165 is very small for a defender, but he comes with 87 body checking, which does make up for a little bit, and has Swarm, 2 to Swarm again, one of those synergies that are valuable, and again, having 2 to it makes it that much easier to activate. 87 speed and acceleration, you want to see that a little bit higher on someone this short, but his shot is electric, a very good offensive card. The problem is there's so many good right-handed cards like this, like Cale Makar, Carlson, Doughty, for example. The question would be, would you rather have Doughty or Jamie Drysdale? And to be honest, because of the 2 to Swarm, I'd probably rather have Jamie Drysdale. So keep that in mind when you're looking at cost. Let me take a look here. If he's over 200, there's none up right now, but again, I think I'd rather have him than Jamie Drysdale. Then we've got the 89 Quinton Byfield, and again, if this card's face-offs were just a little bit higher, I'm talking like 3 maybe, this would be one of the better centermen in the game. So 2 to Spark, instantly valuable. Gets up to 89 speed with distributor. He's 6'4", 220. That's a perfect build for a center. Guys, I've said this all year long that, if a center is the one spot that you can sacrifice speed a little bit, because when you're breaking out the puck, you're not really beelining it with your centerman. You're, getting your centerman's main job in HUT, in my opinion, is to ace it in the slot and rip one-timers or tip pucks from the point. And then defensively, they have the most important job, and that's blocking the slot and making sure you disrupt any passes in front there. So that's why being a big player can bump people off very easily. He also comes with 93 body checking. I would like his faceoffs to be a little bit higher, but 86 is okay. It's not going to crush you, but you have to remember, I just released my faceoff video, and I explained it there perfectly, that if you go and do the same face-off move as your opponent, you're basically at this stage of the game with 86 overall on the draws. You're gonna lose if you do the same move. So if you both tie up, almost everyone's gonna have higher face-off than 86. So you'll lose that draw. Then that means you have to do the counter every single time to win the face-off. It's just you're giving yourself 33% chance odds to win a draw, basically. So keep that in mind. This is a phenomenal card, though. I don't want to take away from it. It's a great card. It's just that close to being like one of the best. So a phenomenal one. I would seek him out. I'm curious to see what he's going to go for. He's going to be super popular, so it will be expensive. Yeah, I wouldn't 300. I'm trying to think if I'd rather have him or Barkov for the price point. I don't know. I'll come back to it. And then finally, we've got the 90 overall BOWEN BYRAM, and this card is gross. No lie, this is better than the 90 Miro Heiskanen. So keep that in mind. The Miro Heiskanen, the Lit versus Grit one was basically goated, and I have the 90 overall. If you have the 90 overall version, I think it's still better slightly, just because of the speedster aspect, but 2 to distributor is insanely valuable. 91 speed, his shot is great. Defensive awareness and stick checking are basically perfect, and he's got 92 body checking, passing puck control in the high 90s. Just a phenomenal card, and definitely one you want to seek. Like, this is a very, very good one. He is just going to cost a ton. Yeah, like, that doesn't surprise me. It will fall, guys. If you are looking to get BOWEN BYRAM, wait until Wednesday night after all the content releases. That'll be your best chance to get him. He's probably going to settle in between 500 and 600, but don't buy it now. Please don't buy it now. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's content. Tons of great new cards there. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and don't forget to check out the stream 12 p.m. Eastern time every single day. I am on a 112 stream streak, and if you ever want to support me, that is the best way to do it. Just obviously subscribing on YouTube, but subscribing on Twitch as well. It also give you the ability to participate in Team Build Tuesday, something I do with all of my Twitch subs every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We go through all the subs teams via Hut Builder or Hut IQ, and we review them live on stream. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for me today. I'll see you later. Have a good one.